Let's get into Jaden McDaniels' comments. Jaden McDaniels has some harsh words for the Denver Nuggets, calling their defense or calling them all bad defenders.
What some of the keys offensively as to really getting a rhythm tonight?
Go out for Jokic, Jamal, all the bad defenders, Tim Hardaway, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, the whole team. Like, just go at them.
They're all bad defenders.
Yeah, they're all bad defenders.
Do you think Jaden McDaniels was justified in his comments about the Nuggets defense? And
Listen, I can start with this
Okay,
one.
yeah.
So, as we know, through the media, we sort of see with Jaden McDaniels the kind of personality he has. He's strictly business. That's the kind of guy he is. He's out there to hoop. He's not really the biggest media target whatsoever. He's just a dog.
for sure. Absolute dog.
And dogs, when they speak, they don't necessarily think about how other people interpret the message. So when he made that comment, I don't think he's taking a dig at anyone personally. I think he's just being realistic here. The Denver Nuggets have not been a good defensive team for a very long time now. And I think his comments are completely fair. And yes, I think when you're a really, really good defensive team like the Timberwolves, and you're one of the best perimeter and overall defenders in the NBA, in Jaden McDaniels, you can call other people bad defenders if they are. I think that's completely fair. The Minnesota Timberwolves are the better defensive team. They're more athletically gifted, and they're in a better position for a playoff matchup because they play defense.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, man. Like, Jay McDaniels, he's not the type of person to be outstretched on the media, not a person to call out players, not like a villain-esque person like we would say like Dylan Brooks would call out a person or call out a team. He's like you said, strictly business. So when he calls out the Denver Nuggets and their defense, I think he's speaking from an actual factual standpoint. We all agree that the Denver's defense is pretty terrible. Might be the worst defense in the NBA, so to speak. And he's explaining it right. I mean, we all saw the game. That defense is bad. Straight front to back, a bad defense. And I think he's putting it how it is. And I'm completely fine with whatever he said post game.
Yeah, and let's take the fact that he's a very straight up guy out of it, and let's just look at the stats. The Denver Nuggets have not been considered an elite defense in the NBA in over 7 seasons, right? Since 2018, 2019. In all those seasons, they've been below top 10 except once. Their championship year, they were cutting it just above average at 15th. This year, they're 21st. Last year, they're 21st. The year before that, they were 8th, which was the best defense we've seen from them in a very long time. This is just not a defensive team. They haven't been. They probably likely will never be. That's not what they built their personality on. I think that he was completely justified in his comments. Now, obviously, it comes off as a little pretentious and it's taking a dig, which, he was doing that, trying to get under their skin. It's a playoff series. But the Denver Nuggets have not made it their identity to be a good defensive team. Their question around them is, are you going to stop their two-man game? The best two-man game in all of basketball. Are you going to stop them on the offensive end? Are you going to limit their shots? Are you going to double Jokic? Are you going to not double Jokic and stay one-on-one? Those are the questions surrounding them, so I think he was right to point it out. I don't think this brings up anything new about the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
I think it's the same old combo.
But I also got to admit, like, this Timberwolves defense has just been playing phenomenal. Straight back and forth. We agree they're a top 10 defensive team in the NBA, and the perimeter defense has been showing. Jamal Murray is shooting 38% from the field. 27% from 3. Like, this is clear stuff. This is clear that they are on top of them front to back. Obviously, Jokic is going to get what he gets, but still, like.
But even
hard to say.
I think one thing that's 100% true, but we got to give credit to the Minnesota offense, right? You have guys stepping up for them. Dante DiVincenzo had a great game too. I know Ant-Man got a lot of the credit for that, but Dante finished with, I think,
16 points, 4 for 7 from the 3-point line, 6 of 9 total.
100%, a very efficient night. Ant wasn't that efficient last night, right?
No.
And
10 for 25.
part of the reason, I didn't actually get to this before, but part of the reason why Denver, could be a little panicked is because you have all these guys stepping up, and Ant has yet to have a really Ant-Man playoff game, right? So he didn't play too well in that game too. It was a close game. If he plays well, then blow him out the water. But there's Bone Highlands has stepped up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
So I say one thing.
Yeah.
The guy that everyone continues to keep overlooking during this Minnesota Timberwolves tenure is Julius Randle. He had an incredible game too. 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists on 50% from the field. This guy has balled out in the postseason the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It's time to give the man credit.
You're right.
I wish he was doing that with the Knicks. But let me just add on to this question real quick. Do you think the Denver Nuggets can make a deep playoff run without an elite defense?
You see,
I don't think so.
I really don't. I don't think so.
Because
you got it. Just say it.
you're going up against a team like you still have to await the Oklahoma City Thunder, the number 1 defense in the NBA. They are shutting teams down, and if no dig at the Timberwolves, but Oklahoma City is just another dog in terms of defense. Front to back, this team's loaded, and when it comes to those big defensive teams, I'll put the Spurs in there too. I'm not taking the Spurs over that. I know we're only 2 games in, but I would be scared if I were the Nuggets. And each series that you guys are going to go up against, it's going to be harder and harder and harder from here.
It's insane. You look at teams like the Spurs, the Timberwolves, and the Thunder, and they don't really have that many liabilities on the defensive side of the ball.
Nope.
And you look at the Nuggets, and they're
Holes
everywhere. Everywhere. Every position.
I'm going to have to disagree with y'all on this. Okay. I understand the Denver Nuggets have a poor defense. But like we stated before, this is nothing new about the Denver Nuggets. Okay, when they won their championship, they were 15th in defense, right? This year, they are 21st in defense, but they're first on the offensive side, higher than they've ever been, okay?
Best offensive rating of all time.
Best offensive rating of all time. The Denver Nuggets are not built around defense. This is a team that's been a formidable opponent in the West for the past 7 years now. They have never been about defense. I think they can absolutely make a deep playoff run without having an elite defense. They have the best offense they ever had. And even in a series against the Spurs, I understand the Spurs are top 3 defense in the NBA right now. We still know it's going to be a tight series, and I'm going Denver in that series because of the experience. So, I don't think the defense is going to hold them back from a deep playoff run. I think their matchups, right? They have Spurs in the next round. They have OKC in the Western Conference Finals, if everything goes as planned. So yeah, that's how I see it.
The things I would do for a Wemby Joker playoff series.
Hey. Don't count it out.
We need it, man. I need Portland to lose this. I like Portland, but I need them to lose this, man.
Yeah, we want the matchups that we want.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on,
Y'all had a good run. Y'all had a good run.
But hey, this is the playoffs. We gotta enjoy
Anything
everything
can happen.
how it
Yeah.
is. So.
Wait, where's Portland again?
That's going to do it for this episode of Run the Tape. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, let's run the tape.
Run the tape.
All right.